shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
What? So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife? And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Wow, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time. But that doesn't make much sense, though.
What's going on here? This is... Ow!
I couldn't interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan.
So he was actually trying to murder somebody. He just failed at it.
My plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles.
I mean, that does make sense.
What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair?
God damn it, Agito. Why do you got to be so weird?
But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Oh my god. Just... Is Agito really not the killer? I mean, that's pretty obvious. Is this guy really the Agito I knew before? There's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now, it's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. Trial suspended?
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached the climax. But, okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who have figured out who it is, how about you try the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have the saved data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on. Now then, what are you gonna do? I think the killer might have been the mechanic boy. Right? You don't actually lose your save? I wanna guess the killer. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course,
There's no $10 billion either.
either.
You're so evil.
Oh, okay. So it was just a joke. Alright. Yes, I would like to save my progress, thank you. Well, back to the trial, I guess.
And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. Because I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Save regularly. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. We're
Well,
back.
What now?
Yeah, what now?
If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Why are you like this, Akito? You keep going back and forth on whether you want to sacrifice yourself or not.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Yeah, it was definitely someone who went to the other room. So it was, it's my initial suspicion. It was Teru. He got tablecloths, put those over him, then went into the room, performed the murder, left, put the tablecloths back, the ones dirty with blood, and went back into the kitchen. How would he do that in the dark, though?
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not
Oh my
even
god,
my own
Nagito.
mother.
Do you really have to be like this dramatic about it?
I'm talking about your looks.
Why does Mikan think Nagito looks clean? Because there's no blood on Nagito.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere.
I think I want him to be Teru so bad, and I feel the same. It's not even because I hate him, it's because whoever did it was outside. Who was outside? Because whoever did it got the tablecloths from the storage room. Who would have been able to do that? Chiaki? But she has an alibi because she met Fuyuhiko. So it was not she, it was not Fuyuhiko, obviously, either. And it was not Peko because she was in the bathroom. Unless it was Peko. Seems like the only possible people would have been Peko or Teru.
There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
It needs to be someone who was outside.
Stabbed Byakuya to death. It's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate
So they were
amount of
actually
blood.
able to prepare themselves, get a tablecloth and stuff before the murder, and be able to leave the room after.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yes, the tablecloths. Yes, there's only one thing he could have used. The storage room tablecloth.
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you,
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, hitting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone.
This may be a stupid question, but why has nobody brought up the fact that victim never screamed? Like he was instantly killed through the heart? I haven't been following 100%, forgive me if I'm being silly. Actually, if you're stabbed in the throat, you won't be able to scream. So that might have been it. Like if you've actually seen... This is gonna get a bit dark, but if you actually see videos of people being stabbed or cut through the throat, they actually can't scream. Or if they were stabbed in the chest and they like perforated their lungs, they probably wouldn't be able to scream either. They usually just do like a very quiet, like almost gurgling noise, as if they're drowning kind of, but they can't actually scream. I think this is actually like a pretty thing. Yeah, he had damage on his throat too. It was throat and like the tummy and the chest, I think. But Yeah. I think if you... I remember specifically, it was actually... What's the name of the actor who did Sauron in The Lord of the Rings? Actually, let me check this real quick, because this is interesting trivia. Sauron, Lord of the Rings. He's like a pretty famous actor. It's like... No, not Sauron. I mean, sorry, who's the white mage? Not Gandalf, but the other mage. Lord of the Ring. White wizard. Yeah, Christopher Lee, yes. So an interesting trivia, Saruman, yes, that's true. So an interesting trivia from Lord of the Rings and Christopher Lee was, it is one of the deleted scenes from the Lord of the Rings, but there is a deleted scene where Saruman is stabbed in the back. And when he's stabbed in the back, he doesn't actually scream in the film. If you watch the deleted scenes from the director's cut, one of the extended cuts, he doesn't scream when he gets stabbed in the back. He actually just does like a gasp and dies. And the director was like, you shouldn't, why aren't you screaming? You should scream if you're being stabbed in the back. And Christopher Lee said he once was around when one of his friends was stabbed to death, and the sound a person being stabbed to death makes is not a scream. So that's why he didn't scream in the movie, in the deleted scene. But yeah, it's basically just a story related to this. But yes, it's likely that he was just like, he couldn't scream. So that's fine. That's not weird, I don't think. Maybe she just didn't hear the gasp or whatever quiet noises he made as he was being stabbed. Warning you right now, Lika, yeah, another gameplay event is coming up, so you be mentally prepared. Don't worry, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. We're getting there,
That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then, what does it mean?
I have seen that, but it purged from my mind because I hated it so much, such a silly scene. Not because of what you just said, but it just felt forced and weird, like they really just wanted a death scene and couldn't think of a decent one. Yeah, I'm not actually the hugest fan of Lord of the Rings, so I can't actually criticize the scene that much. I don't know what happens in the books, because I haven't read the whole books. But yeah, the lack of screaming is expected.
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
What?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
What?
I don't understand at all.
Yeah, I don't understand this either. The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Huh? Roger, man. You look like you're onto something. Really?
It's Teru, right? It is Teru.
I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
What does that mean? In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so that it reveals the keywords related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. 1. If 2 different letters clash, you take damage. 2. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash, while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. That is what's most important. In order to do that, you have been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the left stick and press the A button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch that letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch one letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the A button while you have a letter caught, you will shoot it where the cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letter so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the A button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the A button, and after you fuse them, fire with the A button. There's a whole lot of A buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal is completing the keyword. Okay, so I get it. So we can choose to erase the letters that are irrelevant, but we don't want to clear all the letters because we need to keep some of them to complete the keyword. I think I get it. Basically, grab a U, for example, to shoot it at another U, and you can add the letter for the word you're spelling. Display the question with the B button and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword, instead of pressing the A button to fire the letter, please press the triangle button. If that happens, at the same time the letter blows up, you will be sent the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order. Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. Took so long to explain, but do you understand now? If you press the start button, you'll be able to review the controls. I think I do understand. I probably should save though. Oh, I actually can't. Good luck and have fun. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Improved is so wrong, and I'll just tell you what to spell out because unlike the first game, you're in the dark on what you need to spell out. Okay, do I want to see this though? I'm not reading chat right now. I'm not sure if I want to see the spoiler. Let me try to figure this out first. Maybe? Something's coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Hangman's Gambit. Where did the killer stab Byakuya from? So what do I do after I remove one letter if I don't want to use it? Oh, I can move it into another direction. I see. So where... Actually, let's stop this for a while. Where did the killer stab Byakuya from? Because we know... Okay, so maybe they're talking about... Because we have the fire exits, right? Where do the fire exits take us? We never checked that. Or maybe in the bathroom, there is a passage that allows you to go underground? Because we haven't checked, like either the fire exits or the bathroom might lead you underground. We hadn't checked any of those two places. We really should have checked, but I guess the game wouldn't want to give us like the answer so quickly. But what I'm thinking is, then they were clearly not able to get underground from outside, but either Teru Teru or Peko Yama would have been able to go under the building, through the bathroom or the fire exits, and stabbed him from underneath. Though he did use a skewer to stab, so I do think it was Teru Teru. It makes all sense, right? Teru Teru was not in the dining hall when it happened, so he was probably ready and prepared for it. He knew exactly what time would happen. So he went to the storage room, he got a tablecloth, he went to underground from either a fire exit thing or maybe the bathroom thing. And he was like underground, and once Byakuya got under the table. He got stabbed from underground by Teru Teru using a skewer, right? Spell out under the floor. Alright. Under the table. Either under the floor or under the table. Okay, so I think I got this. We got the U, so we want this. Actually, we want the similar words to hit together, right? But we need an N, though. Let's just destroy that. We need an N. We don't have an N. I need an N. I don't have it. They say under the table 10 times in a row. Under the F-L-O-O-R-T-A-B-L-E. Yeah, it's either under the floor or under the table. One of the two. But I need the N. Yeah, there we go. Under. So we have the N. Un. D. Alright, good. We're doing it. Can we speed this up? Where did the killer stab Byakuya from? There we go, that's the E. So we have the, yes, we have the R. Under. There we go. LB speeds it up. I don't think it does. Let me check controls. Oh, fast forward is B actually. Oh, we have an H. Under the... Probably should delete this. Oof, lost some life there. Ah! Okay, do we want under the floor or under the table? It's a big question, isn't it? Okay, let's get this and this under the floor. Take the L. Please! Oh no, fuck. Okay, I still have the L though. Don't worry about it. It's a bit annoying. Remove that. Take this, put this here. Oh no, 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 no. That was a mistake. Alright, we got this, we got this. Under the floor. Okay, we got another O. We need an R now. There we go. Under the floor.
I got it.
Alright. So it seems my initial suspicions of being Teru Teru
Must have stabbed Byakuya
are
from
actually
under the
correct,
floorboards.
right?
Under the floorboards?
We'll see, we'll see, we'll
Floorboards
see.
in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table.
That's true.
If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling.
I kind of want to go back to voice acting the characters, actually. But, anyways, that's right. If I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. It's not Chiaki, she only checked outside. Select someone. Gundam? He did find his earring.
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam. You dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said.
Yeah,
are
Chiaki
you
looked
referring
outside
to the
and Shady was
hellhound
he said
earring?
it wasn't possible to get it from outside, but they like Gundam did find a way inside, so
About that hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
oh, there it is! I have found it! Truly, that is the Hellhound earring! It seems God exists for my benefit! I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? Maybe she was lying? No, I don't think she was. I think it's just the way you get under the floorboards is actually inside the building, not outside. I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation.
Yes,
Maybe had it
we
on
noticed.
by the time the class trial began.
Yes.
Then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his
Yes,
earring
we
from
already
beneath
we
floorboards
already
during
went
the
through this
investigation.
logic. Yes.
So,
Gundam knows how to
Gundam
get
knows
under
how
the
to get-
floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
what should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell
The
you all.
hamsters
The answer was in the storage
maybe found the
room.
way down and showed him the way down. That's probably what happened, right? He can talk to the hamsters for sure. So the answer was in the storage room. Yeah, the hamsters found it.
One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom
Of
leading to
doom.
the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes.
Lolly is the worst character. I don't think she's that bad because she's like a psychopath, so she's the least interesting. The characters I don't like is the extremely Mo nurse girl. I don't like her very much just because she's annoying, because she's always repeating the same thing. I'm sorry. And I don't like Teru Teru because he's a pervert. So I don't think the Lolly is that bad. I mean, she's very rude and she's kind of like a psychopath, but she's interesting in a way. I don't know. Well, anyways.
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
Yeah, I don't mind characters that have like evil or like bad personalities. It's just like annoying personalities that actually annoy me. Like the extremely Mo and the perverts. Those are just like annoying personalities. But her evil personality of being like a psychopath, it doesn't bother me. She's fun so far, at least. She brings some different spices to the group, at least. Our characters are a bit over the top in all the stereotypes, to be honest. Yes, that is true. Like Chiaki, she's like a gamer, so she's always like, I never sleep, so I'm always sleeping all the time and never pays attention to anything. Every character is like very stereotypical, that is for sure.
There he goes,
But
blabbing about power and crap.
some of them are very
Ridiculous.
interesting, and I think
You're just a
Hiyoko
breeder,
is
you
one
know?
of the interesting characters, I think.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Or Teru brings unwelcome spices wherever he goes. The thing is that Teru is not interesting and it's not funny, and the game plays it off as if it's funny, but I don't think it's funny. It just feels like, just shut up
And that has to
whenever
be
he
how the
talks.
killer did it.
And the Moe girl is just, she's clearly, is just like way over the top, trying to be way too Mo, and being like Moe, I guess, and being like, I don't know, it's just the scenes where she shows her underwear all the time. It's kind of like, why is this in the game? Like, what? Okay.
If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
Someone we didn't hear from Ibuki's hearing was Sonia, Mikan, Nekomaru. Those are the only ones we didn't hear, right? And Teru was outside too. Peko was outside too. So it's one of these people. Because the other people we heard inside the dining hall. So...
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
Sometimes I find it hard to tell with this game whether it's trying to parody anime tropes or not. I think it's trying to be like a satire, but at the same time also bask into the same tropes. So, I don't know. It's kind of like 50-50 of each. It is self-aware. It is definitely very self-aware, but it does do the same things though. Even if it's self-aware, it's still doing the same things. And it's just kind of like,
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Yes, we went through this.
Are you sure?
Oh my god, Teru for
You
sure.
don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right?
Teru did come back into the dining hall though.
So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
I'm doing all the other stuff animes do, but I'm totally doing it ironically. Yes, that's exactly it. It's like ironic shitposting is still shitposting though.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember?
Yes, it was not Chiaki.
Monami over there can be my witness.
And it was not Fuyuhiko either.
Yes, this Monami over here is your witness.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter.
Peko seemed to be pretty busy with the with the whole bathroom
I was in the kitchen
situation.
for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... It obviously has to be him.
Fuyuhiko. No. I mean, how did he get inside the building though? The windows are locked, and he couldn't have been able to go through Chiaki. She said he only came around and left.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
He's not the killer. It doesn't make
What happened
sense.
to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it. Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
see? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
It's not him. Good news, you're now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the A buttons as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot down an actual remark with a silencer instead of a white noise, the time limit will decrease, so aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise doesn't appear at all. Yeah, it's not on gentle though. Bang, 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 bang. Good luck and have fun. Okay, we need to see what our arguments are, what the truth bullets are. Ibuki's account, Teru's account, Chiaki's account. It's probably gonna be Chiaki's account. So we know exactly what we want here.
During the party, the killer
Chiaki's account. Number 3.
was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
Maybe this? No.
Crap!
Okay, let's
During
try
the
this
party,
again.
The killer.
So basically, shoot the purple noise, especially before shooting your truth bullet as a statement.
Was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the